This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
It is Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie for your podcast, your Monday podcast. Big day yesterday, Father's Day. Well done to all the
Sunday.
old
Father's
dads.
Day. How long do we have to bang on about
I don't know, to be honest.
Father's Day?
Feels a bit
after
feels a bit gender specific to me.
Do you know what?
In
It
2023.
is- if I'm putting my hands out to give you a leg up over that fence, Kate, every now and then you just need to put my manky feet into your hands.
As his toenails fall off.
You're still wearing thongs.
Well, yeah.
I had hoped that being Monday and all, 10 days down the track, you
Kate,
would have them covered.
I prefer to call it a biological parent day. As one of the...
You don't have to be biological.
You don't have to be biological.
You don't have to be.
It's Happy Father's Day to dads and to those who father.
Well, let's just cut the biological out. I would like to call it Happy Parent Day. It feels a lot more comfortable for me in 2023. I don't know why there are giggles throughout the room, because that is...
I think what's happened here is you've started talking again before you've thought through what you were going to say.
I don't see gender, Kate, so I've been using the women's toilets. I've been using the other bathrooms a bit.
You know what? He
Check your
thinks
cameras.
he's making a
Check what
point
cameras?
and then he just lets himself down. It's just disappointing.
Just remember you've got kids at school and a family who have got to say that
My pronouns,
you're their dad.
My pronouns are him, he, but I'm open to all sorts
Anyone
of
ever been
discussions.
put down live on air, Tom, in radio?
I think we should have the
Oh, I
sound
have.
effects.
I did that for you. Oh, you mean like physically put down?
Not in a wrap-up of the week. Not a roasting. I mean, I was tasered
Funny.
once.
Fun.
On air.
Funny. No, we do have a big show.
Laughter.
Kate went and watched 5 hours of the cinema on the weekend. 5 hours.
Yeah, in a real life cinema, and then watched a movie at home.
In real life cinema. Congratulations.
Unbelievable.
She was out and about.
She was bored out of her brains. No, but there is an amazing name that she found that links into probably the two most topical movies we're talking about at the moment. You're going to hear that in the podcast.
The Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Hey, I had no idea that we're flying too close to the sun, mate, and we're going to get burnt one of these days. Last night, I'm in bed with both the boys, and they've got two different books. Volume 1 of Dad Jokes and Volume 2 of Dad Jokes. A lot of knock-knock gear.
You've got to see these, and you've got to make out they're funny, and they're
You
not.
do.
Koshi brought out his books. Remember there for a while.
Oh, we're all laughing, and you do a lot of. Oh, that is, why is a green pea called a green pea? Was one of them last night, because if it was big and red, it'd be a fire engine. Ted thought that was the funniest thing he's ever heard.
Did he?
So you laugh
Yeah,
along.
you gotta go along
You
with the
laugh
kids,
along.
don't you?
Then I wake up this morning and I read an article saying that dad jokes may be preparing your kids for a lifetime of embarrassment.
Oh, no.
And it's the fact that we enjoy a dad joke, right? They can be very, very funny, and it's often wordplay or straightforward punchlines, right? They're very simple. It's a play on word, or it's a pun, or it's a sound alike. And they're saying that this is funny when the kids are younger, but not only can it embed and instill in them what they think comedy is, right, and what a good laugh deserves, that past the age of 10, dad jokes start to die and it becomes sad and tragic. So not only are you teaching the kids what's not funny, right, you've then got these kids that are growing up not laughing anymore at your jokes past the age of 10.
Well, how do our kids go? Like you
Because their language and their reasoning abilities develop, and therefore they understand humour, so they then get it, and then past the age of 10, they understand that the dad jokes aren't funny anymore.
The basic joke is funny, though. And for kids, I mean, that's where you've got to start out, don't you?
Yeah,
it's the
puns.
easiest way to get a laugh at primary school. I remember primary school, all you need to do is be confident in flatulence.
Yeah, and that's
you
strong.
can become really popular in your class.
Now, that can grow throughout. I mean, that doesn't stop at 10. I think that continues almost into your 40s, like even 43.
If you can drop a beauty in class, you can make everybody laugh. It's as simple as that.
So where does that sit in terms of dad jokes? Is that above or below a dad joke?
I think the fart is, I think it overtakes somebody falling over. And for any kid to see somebody fall over is very funny. But see, slapstick kind of comedy, I think it's timeless. Like, even we adults laugh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we've had employees here. Remember Adam Cabito? He used to fall over all the time.
Very funny.
And he was a little bit clumsy, but it was just funny to see people fall over.
Like you said, in rank of joke, if Tom was then to fart and let Smokey off the chain, that would beat Adam Cabito's fall.
Well, that was, So we used to rank them. I think, Tom, you used to... See, we thought it was a bit rich. I mean, Tom's, coming up into his 40s now, and he was still doing it in the office.
The cupcake wasn't still no good, Tom.
And pre the flatulence as well, when Tom was going, here comes another one, just like the other one.
It was just... Last week, Tom sort of ticked over. I wanted Adam Cabito to come back, because he hasn't worked here for a decade. I wanted him to come back just to fall over again. So to try and work out whether Tom was still relevant...
we can compare the two.
Maybe I don't know what's funny anymore.
You could go to the gym or do the shopping, or you could go to work.
But what if you went in a beachier direction?
You're only a what if away from a holiday with the What If app.
Book accommodation, flights, packages and more.
What if it's Aussie for travel?
What I want this morning is give us a call if your name's been ruined by somebody else out there in the world. Whether you share a name with somebody on a TV show and they are the most annoying character on TV. Maybe you share a name with a serial killer.
The thing is, your name might be normal and mean nothing until something happens and you don't know what's coming up in the future, and then all of a sudden everybody's talking about this so-and-so, and then your life is over.
Which makes it more bizarre. I mean, a lot of people are named after people in history.
That's true.
Or mum and dad's favourite song, cartoon character. But no, this is when your name is destroyed because of something that happens in the world.
You'd be struggling if you're a Peter Dutton out there at the moment, wouldn't you?
There would be other Peter Duttons, wouldn't there?
Peter Duttons, I would have thought.
It's a common name, is it not?
How are you getting a
Peter
job
and
with
Dutton.
that?
This is very relevant to me because over the weekend I did actually go and see, I like to keep my finger on the pulse. I went and saw both Barbie and Oppenheimer.
What, in the one weekend?
Back to back, Friday and Saturday
Commitment
night.
to E-News.
5 hours of cinema right there.
I know, and I said to you last week, Fitzy, every time I go to the movies, I don't go enough. I find myself sitting there thinking, I just don't... I need to do more of this.
What did you order?
Popcorn.
Can I ask what you ordered? Just popcorn?
I just have popcorn and water.
Okay.
I don't need the soft drink. I'm not a big soft drink fan, and I was always going...
you wasted gold class then.
For dinner. I didn't go to gold class. I went to my local cinema, so the seats aren't very comfortable, which is a real commitment if you're going to see 3 hours of Oppenheimer. This poor woman, her name is Barbie Oppenheimer.
No, it's not.
So until recently, no one's even made any connection to her.
No,
never made fun of her name. Her full name is Barbie Oppenheimer. She is actually a distant relative of the famous physicist.
Wow.
And so on July 21, as we know, unless you've been living under a rock, both these massive films, everyone was looking forward to them. They were released on July 21. And she has the first and last name. So now anywhere she goes, and her friends, of course, people say, what's your name? Oppenheimer. Okay, what's your first name? Barbie Oppenheimer. And they're asking her if she's pulling their leg.
She's gone to live in a forest for the last 6 weeks.
Well, you'd have to. But she's come out.
She has. Quite cool that you're related to Oppenheimer.
It's so funny, and Kate, when you watch Oppenheimer, he's a physicist and he was so good at what he does, but a bit of a nerd.
Yep.
But he was a rock star in that community. Yeah. Like, it's really interesting to watch the movie, and all the chicks around him are like, oh my God, how hot is Oppenheimer?
Sexy science.
In his Harry high pants over there.
Wow. What was the better movie?
As far as I'm concerned, Barbie Oppenheimer preferred Barbie.
But I was going to say, what did Barbie Oppenheimer
I guess
prefer?
She didn't like the presentation of the moral dilemma that Oppenheimer himself had to face.
Okay.
I don't think you can compare the two films.
I have, and I've mentioned this before on the show, and no one has ever believed me. I know A Merry Christmas.
Mary.
Mary Christmas.
You do not.
Yeah, extraordinary. Lives in Melbourne. Was a grandmother of a good friend of mine, Mary Christmas.
Is her middle name Bloody?
Mary Bloody Christmas.
Oh my
is here
gosh.
again.
I knew a Shrek Star Wars.
Did you?
No, I
I knew a BMX bandit.
Callum in Penrith, has your name been ruined?
Certainly has.
What is it, Callum?
Why?
So first name Callum, last name Murray, and I got calamari my whole childhood.
Oh, well, there's an advert out
there is.
about it at the moment, isn't there?
Murray.
What's that?
Isn't
There's
there
the
an ad? Yeah, there is an ad.
Yeah.
I don't know anymore. I'm not a normal TV.
Did your parents
guy.
think it was
Netflix
funny?
for me.
Callum, did your parents think, oh, this will be entertaining?
I don't think my parents understood the backlash I'd have.
Oh my gosh.
And how cruel kids actually are. But yeah.
Oh my God. Has it helped you?
good.
Has it helped you, you know, meet people and pick up at the pub? Because I would have thought it'd be like, no way, it's not really a calamari.
No, they pretty much go, "What is that? What you're ordering?"
Yeah.
Oh, you big fishy ring.
I still get that with my friends at the pub, but that's about it.
Callum, it's funny.
Do you
it's
know
good.
what? For me,
Thank you.
it's comfortability for me. Like calamari, I love calamari, so
Yeah.
I would love hanging out
I
with
can't
Callum.
believe we're even having this discussion.
old
He
salt and
has
pepper.
heard this all before.
Danielle, tell us about your brother-in-law.
My brother-in-law's name is Johnny Ibrahim.
Oh,
No.
However, what makes it funnier is he's a police officer.
has he ever met the actual John Ibrahim?
I don't believe so. He actually had to change his last name, legally change his last name so people would take him seriously.
They probably advised him to do that.
I
To say,
agree.
Johnny Ibrahim's coming round to see you. Oh.
Well, in the police force, though, that'd be a bit of a badge of honour, wouldn't it? Let's get John Ibrahim to
Oh, my God.
arrest John Ibrahim.
We got him. And you married a guy called Peter Stuyvesant, did you?
The Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Births, deaths and marriages in entertainment today.
Okay, what have you
There's
got?
so much going on. Congratulations to Miranda Kerr. I know that you sat with her at a table in LA once upon a time and she ate a banana.
Yes.
That's the story.
She
Every
did.
time I now think about Miranda, that's what I think. But she is about to welcome her fourth child into the world. And it's somehow I feel a little bit sorry for Miranda because it's her fourth boy. And don't you think that when people keep going, they're hoping for a girl at the end of the line?
They're hoping for a healthy baby, I think.
Well,
and that is
yes, but-
fantastic news.
Yes, she has two.
4 boys.
One boy to Orlando Bloom,
Yep.
of course. 2 already to the guy that owns Snap
Snapchat.
or something
Yeah,
like
mate,
that.
Even
Yeah, my mate
Spiegel. Yeah,
Spiegel.
Wippa chewed
My
Even
buddy.
Spiegel's name ear off, and just try to see if he could get some shares in a few companies.
Got a few shares and then stole his wine as well.
A fellow entrepreneur. So congratulations to her. Now, how about this sad news? I don't believe it for a second because it's all coming down to the fact that they are not wearing their wedding rings. But apparently Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner of Game of Thrones fame may be applying for a divorce. This is after 4 years of marriage. They
Winter is coming.
Winter is
Oh,
coming. They have 2 kids together, and TMZ
Yeah.
has claimed they have a very reliable source that marriage could be on the rocks as well.
I like that couple. They're a great
They
couple.
are a great couple. Didn't they say something like cusp of divorce?
Cusp of divorce.
Cusp of divorce.
I think sometimes people jump in and say that people are going to be divorced so that if it ever happens, whether it's tomorrow or in 5 years' time,
Yep.
you heard it here first.
we called it.
Chances are you're going to have a win. Now, there's been news about Burning Man over the weekend.
Oh, man, what a disaster.
I think they've had 3 months' worth of rain in one day.
Awesome.
I think, Fitzy, you were saying that there's just never any rain. Like, that's what you get. You save up, you make a plan. Burning Man might be this thing that you've wanted to do. It's on your bucket list. It's
Yeah.
the only time in your life you're going to get there. You get desert, you get blue skies, you get...
get to
relations with people you've never
You
met
get to ride a
before.
bike in the nude.
Talking of irony, there were protesters with the one road that leads into Burning Man, and it's basically they build a city around just for that weekend. And there was protesters there for climate change. right?
Oh.
And
I saw this.
The people who run Burning Man couldn't get the cops there because they're going, well, if it's protesters, we're not going to come down. So someone made up and said, oh, they're shooting guns at us.
Oh, no way.
So then the cops rocked up with guns with the protesters.
Is that why they were holding them down on the ground?
That's why they were holding them down on the ground.
Because they'd been told they had weapons.
So they could get rid of the protesters. And then climate change. They're protesting climate change and they're going, well, you idiots, we need to get in. There's no climate change. Then the rain starts coming
it's
down.
An act of God.
In the desert where it never rains. And then have a listen. It's a disaster because there's no electricity. No one knows what to do.
No, they are saying you need to ration food and water.
Oh, my God, it's survival.
Have a listen to this lady.
70,000 people are stranded in the desert and they're out of food and it turned into Hunger Games and they're all having this huge orgy because they're bored. No, we're just doing minimum life activities. That's it. And I bet you any money I can probably predict that everybody's going to get naked and run through the mud.
Oh my goodness. I mean, we were just saying it's kind of the biggest group of people that aren't really in sound mind.
No.
So you can't really appeal to them. Everybody stay calm and, I mean, don't eat your food. I don't think they're eating. No. But, ration your food and your water. And you know who is caught there?
Who?
I don't know if you saw it on her socials, and this is what sparked my interest, is Casey Donovan.
Is Casey okay? We got an update on Casey.
Well, she is on her socials. She has very limited Wi-Fi, but hopefully she'll be...
She's not in the wrong tent, is she?
What about the 1 year you picked to go to Burning Man?
Yeah.
You've seen images for the last 20 years of
all the
Burning Man.
fun,
Let's
the
go
colour.
this year. 2023, it'll be the best.
Yeah, this is what you get.
Oh, my God. Get that mud off you before you come in here.
The Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Let's talk about community. And I think what's great about when you start to get to know your neighbours and your own little village there, you know that you've got support. And, they talk about you need a village to raise a child. All of that gear. You need a community around you.
Yeah.
This story's got a great feel about it. You look in the paper this morning. What is this? Page 3 of the paper. You've got the Shaggy dog story. Right, these 2 dogs that went missing. How good's this? A pair of pooches that went missing. Baxter and Layla, they're cavoodles. 800 volunteers turned up to help find these dogs, and they found them.
In what area?
Community spirit, Karingai National Park.
But I don't think everybody feels like that generally.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Some people don't even talk to their neighbours or know their names.
Lisa rang me a couple of weeks ago, and she said, hey, something's going on, because... at around 7:30, between 7:30 and 8 o'clock each morning, I hear this bell ringing, which is not too far away from us, but I've been out on the balcony and I've looked and I can't see because we can see into the neighbour's yard. I don't think it's Prue and Ed. I don't think it's Susu and Michael. I don't know where the bell's coming from.
Is it? Do you have a church near you?
No.
Is it
we
like
don't.
a tolling of the day?
Is someone calling for their chef? Or?
No, well, maybe if their chef's gone missing.
Right.
Ding, ding, ding. Where's the nanny?
Where's the nanny?
Where's the nanny? The children need to be dressed.
Well, it's not Elmo. We don't have. We don't have a live in Elmo.
Tickle me. That's a different bell.
No, that's a
siren.
It's a different toy. And anyway, then the strange thing is, the bell started ringing at around 6 o'clock at night. So the same bell got rung. So
It's bath time.
This has been going on for quite a while, and it's not a.
Okay, do the bell for us.
It's like
Oh yeah,
People
like
can't
the
see
town,
that.
the town crier.
town crier. Santa's coming.
Is it like this? Is it like this?
Yeah, yep, that'll be good. Yep, that's perfect.
Think Scrooge kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like that. So you're dead right. It's like Scrooge. So here's the thing. After a while, we thought maybe we should ask the neighbours what the bell is and what it represents. Is everyone meant to do something? Because our back fences, they all meet up so you can kind of see and everyone knows each other.
Yeah, it's not very private, is it?
No. So then I realised there's a man who I've spoken to about on the show before. His name's Joe. Joe is a superstar. Jess, I don't know if you can find Joe in the system. Joe has a whole lot of budgies out the back of his house. He is about 98 years old. Joe likes to walk around the streets. He's a phenomenal pianist, Joe. He used to play at the Opera House. He was a developer as well. He's got a trumpet signed by Louis Armstrong that he showed me. Wow. Joe is like... He is the mascot of our area. When you see Joe, he's Italian, and he has a little dog called Romeo.
Oh, wow.
So whenever you see Joe, it's, hey, Romeo, leave them alone, Romeo.
Okay, you don't have to.
But
what kind of dog is
anybody in the area, if they're just hearing this story for the first time, will now know. It's like a little dog,
an Italian
fluffy
dog.
little Italian dog. But every time you walk past, Joe reminds you how good life is. Look at you, beautiful wife, beautiful children. Romeo, get back, Romeo!
God, does he yell?
Does he
actually live there, or does he wander the street?
No, he lives there.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely he lives there.
No, he just cruises around the area.
But he's got so many birds in his backyard, and he feeds them jam. And when I went round there one day to have a look at the birds, he's trying to talk to me while there was probably 300 birds sort of just barking in my ear at the same time. I couldn't understand Joe, but at the same time, a lot of his music's on CD, so he plays me some of his music as well. Anyway, because he's so old, and sometimes he can't get out for his walk, what Joe does is when he gets up in the morning, he rings the bell to let all the neighbours know that Joe's okay and he's alive. At night time, when Joe's finished with the afternoon and he's going inside, so he's going to have his dinner and pop himself into bed, Joe rings the bell as well.
Gotcha.
So all the neighbours know that Joe is all right and still alive.
Is he there on his own?
Yeah.
Oh, my
Isn't that beautiful?
goodness.
Because sometimes we don't see him for a week or something. He might not be walking Romeo
Does
around
he
the
have
streets.
family come and check on him?
Yeah, he's got family.
Yeah.
I've spoken to his son before. Lorenzo, I think his name is. Anyway.
You made that up.
No,
Lorenzo's oil.
I didn't. He didn't come out with the oil. So he sometimes you don't see him for a week or so and you go, oh, gee, I hope Joe's okay. Joe's like, when I say he's old, he's 98 or 103. I can't quite remember.
Yeah.
Well,
Doesn't
that's
matter.
a big difference. That's the difference between getting a letter from the Queen.
That's so
and
true.
Just
But he's in that category, so he'll go out on his balcony and...
I mean, we're commercial radio here. First thing that's come to my head, can we play a bit of a prank on the neighbours around?
Oh, we're not ringing
Why don't we get Joe to have a bit of a rest for a couple of days and let's see who comes running.
Oh, test thy neighbour.
Test thy neighbour.
It's, yeah.
So what's the point of ringing the bell if you guys haven't known what the bell meant?
Well, obviously there are some neighbours that do know what the bell means, but when I'm that age and I hear and you hear the bell, that'll be I need another drink. Now I need a schnitzel. Well, now I'll have a dozen natural.
Have you complained to the neighbours about the noise?
I mean, it's very similar. You just don't use a bell, but every time you walk into an office here, you say King's here.
No, I don't.
It's not a
I would
bell.
never,
I thought it was the clicking the fingers thing.
I would never click. I would never whistle. I don't ring the bell.
I don't whistle.
But I would never... Over here, please.
I had a boyfriend that whistled.
Did you? At you? So it was like...
I said, I'm not the dog.
Oh, my God. And I'm alive.
The Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Let me sing that song.
Song. Louder. Are we ready to play?
Are you ready?
Instructed by Kate Ritchie during the last song, would you hurry up and get ready for song?
Well, you make me nervous sometimes because you dilly-dally and you try and, like, I don't know, entertain the studio with
You
failing.
need a stress ball. That's what you need. Here we go, guys. You cannot go out on the...
Dilly-dally. That is great. I haven't heard that for ages.
Well, dilly-dally was being kind, really.
Yeah,
if I said what he was really doing, he'd be fired.
All right, here we go. The first word is, and this is the warm-up round, everybody, the first word is rain.
Rain.
Rain by
Madonna.
Dragon. Rain by Dragon?
Set fire to the rain. Adele.
Yes. It's Lorraine, I'm sorry, mate.
Still rain.
Rain on me, Lady Gaga.
Rain on me. Well done. We understand the game, guys. Everybody is through. Congratulations. We move on to the first formal round, which means you can depart the game if you don't have a song to put this word in. Oh, God. It's a tough one. Good luck, everyone. The word is gonna.
Are you gonna be my girl?
Yes, that's good.
Gonna make you sweat. Gonna make you sweat
Yeah,
by
what's that from?
2 Unlimited.
Gonna make you sweat.
Never gonna give you up.
Never gonna give you Rick
Astley.
Astley.
Never gonna...
Shake it to the left. Gonna have a good time. Shake it to the right.
Is it gonna...
Yeah. Seriously?
Absolutely. I think she's added a word. I think
Gonna
she's
have a
added
good time.
Gunner
Shake
into
it to
that.
the right. Gonna have a what?
Oh, that was the one I...
Oh, this is ridiculous.
Is Kay Ritchie through, Tom?
Yeah,
No. Am I?
She's through. This is unbelievable. Here we go. The word is one.
One
the
by
loneliest
you
number.
two.
Yes.
One by you two.
Yes,
One.
MDG.
By the Beatles? No.
One.
No.
Who's the reggae guy?
Oh, hang on a minute.
Who's the biggest reggae artist of all time?
I don't know.
Thinks of
Queen?
Shania
Bob
Twain.
Icon. One love.
Still the one.
One
One love.
love.
Bob Marley, yes.
And Mumbo number 5. 1, 2,
3, 4, 5. Everybody in the house. So come on, let's. Another Mob Bites the Dust, guys. Queen or Freddie Mercury selling so much stuff at the moment on the Sotheby's
Well,
website.
he's not.
What?
I mean, Lisa was looking at it last night going, do you think we could buy Freddie Mercury's bedside tables?
Who's strolling Sotheby's on a Sunday night?
That's just an email that goes through.
Sometimes not tell a story.
Anyone else get the Sotheby's email?
Mate, it's a pop culture email that
I
comes
don't-
through,
yeah.
and Freddie Mercury's selling a lot of the manuscripts for the best songs ever
I'll
written.
stick to Gumtree, big man.
Stop. Don't,
The word is-
don't ever say that again.
Out.
Out, let it all out.
Yeah.
These are the dreams that
Okay.
we do without. Oh, come on.
How's that?
No. Up.
How's that?
I'm coming
Shout
up. Out.
Has anyone else got one for
About
out?
coming out?
Leave, get out.
Right now.
Yeah.
Okay, Richie, you're gone.
I should
Matt
have been
DeGroot.
gone 2 rounds.
Where
ago.
were you?
I mean,
You're
I can see
gone.
how I got to how's that from out, but
Yeah. How's that?
Instantly went
No.
to cricket. He's out.
Yes,
Oh, that's right, MDG, isn't it?
No.
I don't
Caught
think
you
it
out.
was.
How's that?
Oh, yeah,
I caught you out.
Yes.
How's that? It is too.
All right, here we go. Kay Ritchie, goodbye. Thank you for participating.
Thanks for having me.
The word is down.
Down, down, down.
Down.
And you bring me right round.
Down.
What's the Coles ad?
Down by Jay Sean,
Yes.
is it, baby? Are you
Jay
Down, down.
Who are you, Tom?
Down by the river. Credence.
Oh, yeah.
Down by the river.
As I went down to the river to pray. Something about that good old days, and who should wear a lonely car? Good Lord, show me the way. Oh, brother, let's go down. Let's go down. Come on down.
You're in,
I mean, it's a
MDG.
song.
Were you in, Ryan James? I've lost control.
Fitz is in with Down by the River, but it was by Neil Young.
Oh,
That's
gotcha.
the one
Sorry,
you were thinking.
Doesn't matter. Is MDG in, Tom? Or the same song?
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, here we go. The word is country.
Country for old men. No, that's a movie.
I'm a country boy.
Thank God I'm a country boy.
Country.
MDG. MDG.
Take me home, country road.
Good one.
to the place.
I think I'm out.
Thomas Bryan,
Yeah, I
Ivy,
don't have one.
goodbye. Thank you
I
anyway.
don't think you even tried.
You didn't, Tom. It's that cardigan. Here we go. The word is floor.
Four to the floor. Four to the floor.
Come on, Fitzy. You can't let it
Murder
go.
on the dance floor.
There it is. Bang. Congratulations. Two bald men straight through. The word is pour.
Pour
Pour me a drink
Yes.
or poor man.
But you're not playing, mate.
I'm just trying to make it clear for the people listening and
Oh,
playing.
sorry.
Pour. Is it pour?
P-O-U-R.
Pour. Pour me a drink. Pour.
Pour me shots. There's going to be a pour in there, isn't there?
Cheers to the weekend.
No, still nothing. Okay, we've been nothing there. The word is thriller.
Oh,
Michael Jackson.
Fitzy got it.
Yeah, he can have it.
Fitzy got it. What an idiot. Sometimes you got to knock it on the head.
The Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Let's talk about video games. Do you know how big this industry is? It's ridiculous. I mean, esports now, League of Legends, Fortnite and Dota 2 was valued at $1.45 billion. Well, that's 2.24 Australian dollars.
Wow.
Billion. Right? And they're forecasting it's going to get up to 6.75 billion by 2030. It's out of control. Everyone's playing it.
Well, fun fact is that... Is it Call of Duty? What's that other one? Where you run around shooting people.
World of Warcraft, Fortnite?
No, not Fortnite. It has sold over 6 billion.
That's
That's kind of 3 times the top movie that would have been sold.
Let's talk about the top online gamers, right? 3 years ago, Gian Leon was living his sporting dream. He moved from Perth to Sydney to play League of Legends with a professional team.
Jeez.
But while his skills saw him climb the ranks from the esports team training academy to a paid contract, he's getting paid to play video games?
Are you serious?
Leon was increasingly feeling weakness and pain in his wrist and hand. I started to feel like I couldn't control my mouse as well as I used to. I was losing the grip in my hand and feeling discomfort. He's only 26.
Yep.
Then one night, I remember it was really, really bad. I felt like it was shocks going up into my arm. It's like the knee reconstruction of esports.
Yeah.
It's like tendonitis in your arm.
Did he manage to pull through? Could they just give him a cortisone shot and send him back out onto the joystick?
Well, do you know what? It's quite serious because there was a guy called Thomas Zuma Paparato.
What happened to Thomas?
He was one of Call of Duty's biggest gamers in 2021. He had to retire at the age of 25 after he injured his thumb.
Fatality.
That is...
Give me a break. But you know what? If it's split-second stuff, Fitz, right, which a lot of this stuff is, it's micro-movement. Then you are going to need that ability. You can't be handling any sort of arthritis or pain in your thumb if you're thumbing it hard.
And the only thing is, the physio says to you, you just need to rest that thumb.
I don't have time to rest.
Do you know, how's this? It's now common for the world's top esports teams to contract physiotherapists and other health practitioners such as nutritionists and psychologists.
Oh, give me a break.
Get off the Red Bull and build up your forearm.
Do you know what looks weird is when you come in at sort of half time and someone's just getting a massage on their thumb. It's really, it's a strange.
He's got they're going really hard into his thumb there.
It's strange.
Acupuncture.
Well, a couple of weeks ago, Koji Kondo, who was the man who created all the music for the Mario games, passed away. Yeah, or did he retire?
Great facts.
Doesn't matter. He stood down in some fashion.
Brady in Sutherland. Brady, how are you, mate?
Oh, mate, I'm absolutely perfect. Yourself, boys?
Yeah, going well.
Braids.
Talking about video game injuries, what happened to you, mate?
Well, now everyone has all these injuries with their hands and their thumbs, mate. Back in my day, we had a Nintendo 64, all right?
Yep.
Great.
We all remember one of them. You would almost have an asthma attack blowing the bloody cartridge out, mate.
yeah,
Almost hyperventilated.
You did. You'd be blowing the dust out of it. You'd be blowing into the machine. You'd blow all over. It was like...
It was...
The most dangerous thing you could do and the most possible injury, Brady, I reckon, was when you got into a fight with one of your siblings. I got stabbed in the leg with a fork one time by my sister.
How chunky were they as well? They were heavy and they took ages to load, Brady, didn't they?
Oh, mate, but you know what? Nothing beats them. You know, these days now... everything's way too complicated. Just go back to the simple days. A bit of 360p quality where you can't see what you're doing. You know, those fights with your brothers.
Yep. Plug it into the fatback and you're ready to go.
We caught Lenny yesterday in the toilet.
Oh, okay. Doing a Tom Ivy.
Locked the door. He said, I'm in here doing a poo. I said, he was in there quite a while. We said, open the door right now. He was in there playing his iPad.
On the throne. What was he really looking at?
Not bad.
That's a start.
He was battling a few other demons in there, unfortunately.
Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.